Hello and welcome to That Pork Couch podcast, and this is the Friday podcast with no name. Notorious is with me, Chris Stark and Joleon Lescott's hung around for the predictions. Last week, it was a bit of a score draw really, when it was 1 point all. Yeah, correct.
I went bold on my predictions. I went 3-0 in three of the games.
Not just you, there was a lot of people that followed suit
Yes.
and put a cheeky...
I don't really feel responsible for that though, and actually I don't think I received much sort of abuse on that because people knew it was quite a big claim to.
Yeah,
they were along those lines. I thought. I mean, I thought you'd get some of the results right, which you did,
loosely.
But 3-0 was a big shout in those games. I thought.
Just before we get into this properly, just on the name thing. Are we sticking with the podcast with no name?
What is it for predictions?
We asked the people out there to come with some names for us. They come up with some belters, to be fair, but it's kind of stuck a bit.
Are we not going with slipping into the weekend?
Yeah, I totally
you want to
agree.
go with that?
I think that's really good.
The slip's gone though, isn't it? Now when I
it's
slipped
not
over,
gone.
TNT the
What are
other
you on
day,
about?
Like these are trying to just drag it on.
Okay.
It's gone, isn't it? Know what I mean?
Do you want to distance
It's going to be like Jobsy over there. Ready?
Yeah.
How long's that going to last?
Basically, Steve Sidwell was dressed as Steve Jobs. You've got all that to look forward to in the next big podcast that you're going to hear.
Have you sat on your phone? Have you tweeted a picture?
I did tweet a picture, accidentally, of course, Johnny.
Accidentally on purpose. Yeah.
Anyway,
you horrible man.
I think slipping into the weekend is actually nice. And what it'll do, but what I mean, Crouch, is it started with the slip. Right,
started with a slip,
but then that's the name of the show, and then the context gets lost. It's not about your slip anymore. It's just a bit like slipping into the weekend.
About the slip.
Let's give it one more go, and if there's any bright ones that come out, then we'll go with
what? So we're going with slipping into the weekend.
What about
he really wants to let him have his moment.
Well,
slip into the weekend.
You're the man calling the shots.
Yeah,
this is your name on the door. You know, so do you want to give it another week?
I'm happy to go with slipping. I'm happy to go with that if that's what you want to go with.
Okay, great. So if we go with that, what I've got for you here is, you know how we do...
Premeditating.
Lined up.
You know how we like to do a different 11 every week. So we've had previously had a vagina 11. We've had a penis 11. I don't know if you've featured...
I see that one.
They are good.
Yeah.
Did we have a barbecue 11?
I want it in. Not the penis one, but I want it in.
We had a barbecue 11. Well, in your honour, Cratch, we've got a slip 11 here.
I thought we might.
Are you ready to hear it?
Yep.
Here we go.
This is Clive Tilsley just slipping in with the important announcement of the team that has been selected to help raise money for Peter's recuperation and rehabilitation from his most unfortunate event. It is the Crouchy Slip 11. In goal, Jens Laydown, then Stuart Downing, Nigel Frictionburn, Kai Havertz Meback, Terry Abladergrass, Dominic Solanke, he slipped over.
Oh, that's hard.
Eden Trip Hazard, Samuel Diego Forlorn, Marouane Fellaini, and finally, inevitably, Peter Ouch. Kieran Trippier can count himself very unlucky to have been left out. The big question for me, Clive, did he know what he was doing? Was it a dive?
Oh, interesting there from Clive Tilsley throwing out. Could it have been a dive?
Could have been a dive.
For shameless promo for the podcast.
Do you think? Listen, I've made myself look stupid before, but do you think I would go to those lengths?
Yeah.
Do you?
No way. But only you could get away with that, correct?
Yeah, that has been said last week actually.
Yeah.
But I didn't mean it, but
Take it.
It's what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? I can't change it now.
So are you sticking? It's up to you. I'm good with either. If you want to.
I'll tell you what, this is what we'll do, right? We'll keep them coming in and we'll change it each week. This week will be slipping into the weekend, right? If you can come up with one next week, podding is massive or whatever.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Whichever we like that week, we used the next
Jolene,
week.
you got one you want to offer into the slip 11 there?
What
Did you
player?
have Did you have a player?
Oh.
Shaka Sliplock.
Slipknot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
sort of reaching.
Well, let me think of it. I'll get one.
So the context is still slip.
Oh,
yeah, Steve Slipwell.
That's what I was going to say.
Heading
Slidwell.
Slidders.
There we go. It's even better.
Heading iceberg.
Alan stubbed my toe.
Brilliant.
Yeah. There we go. Superb.
All right. So yeah, last weekend, not
That's
too
a
many
good one.
points. How this is working is we've got a point system. So you get points if you get the correct score of the game. 3 points if you get the correct score. 1 point if you just kind of get the right outcome. Win, lose, or draw. And 0 points, obviously, if none of those 3 games. And so far, it's not looking good for me in terms of forfeits, is it?
No, so there's a forfeit for Christmas and there's a forfeit at the end of the season. At the moment, he's rock bottom. But we have only done 2 weeks. The scores are 6-5-2.
Yeah, but that could change really easy.
What's the forfeit?
Have you had any good forfeits? Like over the years, has there been any kind of things at football clubs where you've
Just Eggy Buff was the worst
Yeah,
one.
that's
That
not
was
nice,
like, nah, man, that used to hurt my
Comes
feelings.
up a lot, that one.
What was your memories of Eggy Boff? What was
My
one of your
first memory was
favourite?
21s when we
Is this the coach?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like sweating. I was like leaking. That was horrible. That
tough.
yeah, I was hiding
Everyone
underneath the
talks
seats.
about this bus.
Yeah,
it was
man.
the worst Eggy Boff of all time.
It was
Yeah.
up there. I'd been playing for a few years by then. I was quite
was a veteran.
quite seasoned.
Yeah, position yourself well at the
yeah,
back.
I knew where to position myself. You don't want to be at the front, do you?
Yeah,
You don't kind of want to be at the back, right, facing the manager. Difficult one, that. One of the toughest.
Yeah, Glenn Hoddle was good for that because he understood it. Because obviously coming from Spurs, so he let us used to play. But he used to say if you're not where you're supposed to be at the time, you're supposed to be there. Then those are big hefty fines. So literally after training one day, we was training pre-season in Scotland, and it was like Eggy Buff first one to get on the coach. We were standing there, and he just shut the doors. And as the doors were shut, and he said, "If anyone's not back before the coach, it's a week's wage." Lads are getting taxis and everything, trying to get back to the hotel.
Oh,
yeah,
All for the sake of Eggy Buff.
yeah.
Honestly, what a bizarre game.
Was a big weekend of football. Fair few talking points. Should we touch on the North London derby quickly? Was it sort of as expected? I thought it was a great game. And
I don't think it was as expected.
Great
not
game.
as expected result-wise.
Yeah, I think people anticipated Arsenal just walking that.
Well, I
Yeah,
actually
did.
called. I actually called Spurs win
Did you?
last week. What did you have
2-1
draw?
No, I had a 1-1.
Yeah.
You had a 2-1
I
draw.
fancied, I went 2-1 Tottenham. I don't know. I just felt that they could have played with freedom. Like Arsenal, they've got to
Arsenal
just
have to win.
have to win every week.
Yeah,
Everyone
it's
sees
a
them as a title threat now. Whereas Spurs aren't that. I just thought the way they're playing, confidence, I thought they could have got a result. But it was a great game of football anyway.
Great game of football.
Yeah.
What did we think about? So there was a moment in the game where Aaron Ramsdale applauded the great save by Raya. Never sure which way you're meant to pronounce it. And then draw this really weird heat, I thought, on social media where it was about kind of like, because to me it seems like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation in that. You don't applaud, you look like you're not recognising a great save. You do applaud and show a bit of
You got stick
bit
for
of
applauding.
class in that
Yeah.
situation.
I thought it was genuine. Absolute
Yeah, I thought it
genuine.
was
that.
genuine.
Yeah.
It's just applauding good
It's
goalkeeping.
not for the
That's
genuine,
it.
that. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's exactly
That is
it.
for the
Just
cameras.
applauding good goalkeeping, and I think. it
Could
should-
you imagine that at the
actually showed
Oscars
a
if
lot
they went
about
onto
it.
someone's grid after that didn't win? They went for fuck's
That's
sake.
happened. That's happened. Yeah, that's
think
happened a
that's
few
happened,
times. Yeah, people really because obviously just natural emotion. It's better than slapping someone.
And some
eh?
of them-
Will Smith.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, do you know there's a few other talking points in there? Got Newcastle 8-0. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy Shithouse of the Year award.
How good
Yes.
was that?
Yeah,
Did he get booked for that?
Adebayor did.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to know. Did he get booked? Because Adebayo got booked for that, and that was some harsh stuff they were saying to Eddie that day. Harsh stuff.
Yeah. Was harsh, but like the Vardy stuff's harsh as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm all for Vardy doing that, but I want to know if the consistency's still there 10 years later.
Let's hope so.
Talking of the housery, did you see the Saka celebration?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah,
Madison
yeah.
did it twice.
Did you see what Madison's response has been?
No.
He must have still been doing that when I went past him when I set up the
he
goal.
did as well. He did.
They're close though, aren't they? They're
Oh,
close.
yeah,
Yeah, they're close.
Oh, that's all right then. I don't
Yeah,
mind
they're
that.
close.
Good banter between
I don't know.
them
I
two.
thought when Saka did it the first time, I thought it was funny. I thought the second time, I was like, he's just making sure everyone sees this.
Yeah.
But this
I didn't
bit
see the
now,
first
whereas-
time either. I only
Yeah.
see the second time.
Yeah, he went for it on both.
Yeah.
For you, Joleon, was it a penalty from that handball?
Nah. The only reason I think it wasn't because Maddison's like deflected the shot, so it's like they redirected the ball. So it wasn't like that. Literally just gone straight to his hand. It's like block tackle, and then it's like deflected to his. That's harsh. That from a defensive point of view. Listen,
it's a big argument from the weekend, isn't it? This whole sort of proximity versus sort of reaction,
and the natural position one is always a myth to me. Like even if you look at Ben White's arms when he's shooting, they're not by his body. So there's obviously an element of when you're off balance or when you're falling, your arms go out wider, which is obviously people deciding that haven't played.
And that, I mean, I would have had the correct score. Which is what I was fuming about.
Yeah.
Mainly.
You would have done, yeah.
Lost me 3 points, that. Yeah, Chris, you noticed the shirt from the weekend.
Yeah, we ask you this every week for this Friday pod with no name or whatever is slipping into the weekend. We say if you spot a shirt on the terrace and you can get a sly photo, maybe, it's always polite to ask for permission, but if you can't, just get a sly grab of a photo of any quirky names on the back of the shirts. We've had some interesting ones of late. We've been sent one here from Sam. There was no text, just the picture sent, and it's the back of the shirt.
I don't think any text is needed, really, is it?
So the shirt's been printed with Calvert-Lewin number 9, and then underneath it's printed Ballon d'Or 2023.
Well, this is one of your calls, I think. You went for 3-0 results last week. It's a big shout considering he's been injured quite a bit.
It's a big
Ballon
shout.
d'Or, he's going to fucking pull up some trees in a struggling Everton team.
That's not a shout. He's not a shout.
Whoa, he's printed it on the shirt.
What is he thinking?
No, that's not.
That's a real shirt. That's at the game. So someone... Like,
I know it's real, but I mean, there's obviously a story behind that.
Well, what I'm thinking there is he might have done that when he was playing well, like when he was fit.
Well, when's that shirt from? That'll tell you that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
what season is that shirt from?
That's quite a recent shirt, isn't it?
I think it is.
Yeah, you're already Evertonian here. That's
Pink shirt. That's 2 seasons ago. Yeah, that was when he was. That was the season after he.
He's obviously on fire, and he's thinking, "I'm going to predict this, and I'm going to get a shirt."
Which I'm okay with, but so still wearing it though.
But now he's still wearing it.
I think it's one of them ones where he's had it done, and then if it doesn't come off, he tucks it in.
No, but he can't tuck it in.
He got tuck in high.
That's like up here. What size chest is your waist?
That's like you've got to roll it up as a sort of like
boob tube.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. That ain't it. That's not it.
Well, I don't know. He's made a bold claim just as you did last week.
Totally.
And it's not come off.
And also, don't rule it out.
I
can because it's 2023 right now.
Yeah.
He's running out of time.
He doesn't say ever. He says 2023.
Yeah.
He's running out
2
of
months.
You raise a good point.
Yeah, but you never know. We had a.
You can win it in 2 months, Scratch.
No, because we had a World Cup in Christmas.
Come on,
you know what I mean? They could. You never know. Is what
Is this last season's away shirt?
The season before, I think.
The season before. Oh, so
it was after his good season.
Pre-prediction.
But let's bear this in mind. We're not doing a disservice to Calvert-Lewin, who I see as a very very good player. I'm just seeing it's a bold claim at the moment, but with the way things are going.
It's bold now, because it's now, but he wasn't bold at the time. Like he said, he's got this printed 2 years ago. This isn't printed last week.
Okay.
We'd love to get one of these a week, ideally. So if you see a shirt with some interesting printing on the back, please do let us know.
Can I just get into this one quick message before we get into the before we quickly get into the games? Message from James. He said, "Me and the boys have a golf have a forfeit for our fantasy league. We've decided that the loser has to play golf in a miniskirt and other ladies' clothes, or do an hour's stand-up comedy at an open mic session."
Oh, that's good.
So I feel like bringing this up was important because they're two good ones. So like, when you play golf, right? If I wore like a lady's outfit and played off the ladies' tees for that
with them pins,
kind of, you'd be all over these pins, though.
You'd be all right at stand up though. So that's not punishment. That's not punishment for you.
No way.
Fine.
Yeah, I don't believe you. But no, I wouldn't. But also the golf one is good.
It's a good forfeit.
Ladies outfit of our choice.
It's Christmas when this would be as well, though, isn't it? Quite cold.
Courses are closed. They're closed.
That might be a problem.
Also, your forfeits have got to be different to his because there's a lot of forfeits that he's immune to. Like if he's doing stand up, he's like people's getting laughs.
Yeah,
you ain't getting laughs. You know what I mean? if he's wearing a skirt, he's probably getting laughed at. We've been talking about this before.
Yeah.
Crouch is probably the only
people are
player
laughing
that
at me there. Like,
ain't hated by any fan.
Yeah, but it is going to be. Let's be honest, it's going to be funnier me in a skirt than Sid's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
he's got a lovely pair of legs.
I want people laughing at you though, not with you.
I know.
There's a
Well, they
difference.
do. Mainly, it's borderline on all of it, really.
I thought
It
if
is
it's
out
Christmas
with.
time, something involving carol singing could be nice. So maybe we like car that you two drive, and then let's say it's me. You've got to stop at several people around your way, Crouches, load of footballers, and you've got to go carol singing, whatever outfit. That could be nice. We could do an Ealing version with you. That could include the North Korean embassy, which would be
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
which would be mad to see. Actually,
Yeah.
imagine that. Did you know the North Korean embassy's in Ealing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Hit you with the sideways.
It's just
one
like
there.
it's on Ealing Commons as well. I grew up in Ealing. My mate lived like 4 doors down.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
We
bizarre.
went through a phase on this podcast where people were kind of going outside the embassy there with signs saying "back stronger" and past the pod, and we had to sort of slowly move away from that particular narrative.
We stopped mentioning it.
Yeah, but it's back.
Yeah. Stronger. All right, should we get into the predictions?
Yes, let's do it. This weekend's football.
There was obviously a lot of people getting involved on your predictions last week, and Paddy Power are supporting this part of the podcast. They're specifically interested in the Spurs-Liverpool game, so maybe we should start there.
What's quite good about them getting involved at this stage is we have been talking about forfeits, and they have the opportunity to potentially supersize those. Because it's kind of the thing that they do.
Yeah.
I
So
see-
you're thinking like jumping out of a plane, things like that,
I'm
is actually
thinking
a possibility.
No.
Yeah.
You never do that?
No way.
I've done it.
I've done it as well already.
Well done. There's a couple of ways, yeah.
No interest.
This is going to be a thing. There's a couple of ways brothers won't die.
Yeah.
And that is one of them. You will never hear there's a brother die from jumping out of a plane with no parachute because the parachute didn't open. No. No thanks.
That's true.
But I get what you're saying. So this has got potential to be.
The forfeit could go big, is what you're saying.
well, because the Friday podcast is new and it feels like they want to get involved because they can, help us
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah.
And we might as well make the most of that.
Yeah. So they reckon. So Liverpool to win is 11-10, right? Liverpool to win the Premier League outright is 6-1. Interesting. Who do you fancy in this?
I went for a draw last time with Spurs, but they were really impressive against Arsenal. I think they're gonna do this.
Who?
I think
Spurs?
Spurs
Spurs at home.
So do I. Spurs at home, no.
I think Spurs at home are going to do this. Liverpool are a bit shaky at the back. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Spurs.
I think we should ban 2-1s on this pod.
Do you?
Too easy.
You went 2-1 every game last time.
Did I?
Yeah, if you actually look at it.
Shit.
Spurs are in good form. Liverpool are leaky. 2 goals for Spurs, 1 for Liverpool. 2-1 Spurs.
Spurs to win 3-0. No, I'm not doing that again because I actually need points. I'm going. Why am I going here? I'm gonna go 2-0 Spurs.
2-0 Spurs.
2-0.
Wow. Joleon, where are you going with this?
I don't know, I'm going to say Liverpool.
Are you?
As painful as that, baby.
Yeah.
Liverpool. They're just getting results at now. I'm going to say 2-0 Liverpool.
2-0 Liverpool.
They're
big.
grinding results out. They're not playing great, but they're just grinding it out, aren't they? Liverpool
Spurs
at the
are
moment.
they're both playing well. They're both playing well.
Have I got to stick to my score now? I kind of said it without. Yes. Why are we making rule?
It's recorded.
Fine, 2-0.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You said 2-0 as well.
What would you?
2-0 Spurs.
What would you have changed it to?
Draw.
Just so we know.
Just so we
I
know.
would have gone draw.
You'd have done a draw.
2-0.
Well, you just added my goals to yours and just thought,
You talk a lot of sense.
What draw? 1-1, 0-0, 2-2.
I would have gone 2-0.
Oh, that's a good
But
chance.
I'm not allowed to.
I like Tool.
Do you?
It's nice. I might actually nick it. No, I've wrote mine down. I wrote mine down for clarity. I have. Mine was 2-1 Liverpool. I think. Listen, I've got allegiance to both clubs, and I could have easily sat on the fence with a draw there.
Who do you want to win?
See, that's a big cushion. That's one I will sit on the fence on.
Oh yeah, I'm the same. Like
Yeah.
Wolves play City on the weekend. I don't care.
Yeah, it's a hard one that because I started at Spurs, but I have such an allegiance to Liverpool, like a massive one. But I think Liverpool nick this one. I think that like the danger in now. Like I think the front three are emphatic. I think Spurs are a joy to watch at the moment. Like it's been so much better, but I just feel like Liverpool have got the edge
So you're saying 2-1 Liverpool, 2-0 Spurs for Starkey,
I'm locked in.
and I'm 2-1 for Spurs.
And he's
It's the
gone
full range, isn't it?
2-0 Liverpool.
2 Liverpool.
2-0 Liverpool.
So two
Full range going
Okay.
through there, isn't
That's
it?
all right. Okay.
All right, let's move on to Everton Luton.
Yeah.
They finally got a point.
Right, well, let's come to you first on this, Joleon, right?
It's my guy, you know. Edwards is my guy.
Yeah. Oh, I played him
Great
at Villa.
guy.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
with him at Villa. He's obviously top man.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know him well, do you?
Yeah, good friends. We came to Wolves and then I played together, but just friends, just
Right.
like really close friends and stuff. So, yeah.
So and also your old club Everton. So
Yeah, I know. So, if
we
I'm
saying
going prediction, I've got to go with Everton, and I like after their win. Prediction wise, I say 2-1 Everton.
Do you think Everton have turned a corner?
I think I would suggest that because now they're able to make changes that are at the level or above the level that of the starting team. Like Calvert-Lewin come on is a difference maker, you know what I mean? Where if you're starting him and there's no one else to come on, it's difficult. But yeah, I think they have, for the positions they need to make changes in, they're strong.
I covered them on the weekend against Brentford. They were very, very, very good. Very good.
Oof.
Impressive.
So, you going for Luton?
I'm going 3-0 Everton.
3-0!
Wow.
Shit.
It's harsh.
Well, the thing is, I had actually wrote that down.
I've got
3-0.
3-0 as
Yeah.
well.
Why do you have
I've
to go
got
last?
3-0.
Well, I don't.
No,
you're
you
allowed
can't go
to.
the same.
You are allowed to go the same, aren't you? But it's not in the spirit.
You can't afford to go the
Yeah,
same though.
sometimes
can't
I
afford to
forget.
go
You
the
can't,
same.
so you have to
That's
change
the
it up.
point. I can't afford to go the
No,
same.
that's what I'll do.
When was Everton?
If you want it that bad, I'll change mine.
No.
no.
You stick with that.
No, you've
stick
said
with
it. It's
But
the same rule I got given.
You can go the
You
same.
can't go the same, but you can't afford to go the
Yeah,
same.
but I haven't said my one yet. Steve Sidwell said his one.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
So he's 3-0.
All right, what are you going for then?
3-1.
All right, well, I'm going for 3-0. So,
They concede goals, Everton.
3-1. Okay.
If you two had any brains, I'd just go the same scoreline as every
yeah.
week.
Well, that is
That's
in the
not
spirit
the
of this,
sport.
Joleon. No, that's not
Not when
what
there's
we're going
forfeits
for.
at
Come
stake.
on.
I'm going to go for 2-0 then. 2-0 Everton.
2-0, 3-0, 3-1.
All right. Last one, Newcastle Burnley.
My gosh, that was a madness, wasn't it?
I was at Burnley the other day I did, for Man United, and they do some good stuff. Like they've got players. They can pop it around.
Yeah.
There is a but. Yeah.
That's
They're
polite
just
way
not
of saying
gonna-
it ain't
They're
ain't
not
enough.
gonna, I don't know. They just haven't got that. They've got
Score.
a killer. They haven't got someone who puts the ball in the back of the net. I love. There's so much to admire about them, but I mean Newcastle just pumped.
I mean, that's what I mean. They're coming off the back of that. What was that in the end? 8?
8.
Yeah.
It's a big score, that.
And that's
What's the heaviest you've been dicked?
Such a way with words.
yeah, man. Pause. That should have known as a pause. That rephrase that.
The thing is, I didn't even bat an eyelid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
How
I knew
heavy have you
exactly
been
what he
dicked?
meant.
yeah. That's a pause right there. Can't ask me that.
I think I've been dicked 7 times in one evening.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And I 4 of the bangers.
I remember it. Yeah, I can. 4 of the bangers.
Oh my god.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I remember opening day of the season, Portsmouth but Chelsea. Oh my God. It was just, when you prepare the whole summer and then you go down there and it's like, I thought Deco was the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that was a tough one.
One to think about here, just looking at the odds on some of these, just for sake of argument. So it says here, Paddy Power saying Newcastle 8, Burnley 0, 200 to 1.
That won't happen again. No chance.
That's one of your bets, that, isn't it?
Kind of thing I do. Isn't it?
You never know, do you know what I mean? £1 and you've got a great night.
Yeah.
And you're not going to probably miss that £1, are you?
No.
So it's worth a bet, maybe?
Okay. No, I need to get some points here. So what are you saying
Help
about?
him out,
What were you
Joleon.
saying about Burnley?
You
Talk
can
to me about Burnley,
hire
Dylan.
Joleon Lescott
Yeah.
as your assistant.
Like
for
phone
this
a friend.
fight. Only one.
Newcastle, you got to go Newcastle win.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Burnley will bounce back from that. They will.
No.
This is a 3-game week as well for Newcastle.
Yeah. So, depending on how the game goes against City, if they get punished against City, they're keeping a clean sheet on the weekend. Managers tend to shut up shop a little bit more.
Sharp.
So you got to think about analyze. You got to analyze that game and think: do they beat City?
Yeah.
And then consider that into your scoreline.
Okay, so less goals. We're thinking to be sensible here. What? 1?
No, they can score. They could score 3. They could score 3.
When I said you can drive Joleon in, I didn't say you could just like
timid one I've ever-
Yeah. What do you think?
What do you think, and then go with that?
I would say 3-0.
3-0.
That's an emphatic scoreline.
I'd say 3-0, yeah.
3-0. I like this phone a friend option.
Yeah.
So what are you going for then,
Once,
Starkey?
once a week. Going 3-0, please.
3-0.
Oh, you like the sounds of that, Cratch? You like the
No, I
sound of
don't
that?
actually. I know I'm going tighter. I'm going to go with, like you say, a 3-game week there. I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going with a draw.
He's going 1-1.
Yeah, I'm sticking my neck out there. Everyone would say Newcastle, but I'm going for 1-1.
Yeah.
I think Burnley are better than you think.
Yeah, no, no. I'm going to go Newcastle 2-0.
2-0.
2-0. They're riding that wave at the minute.
Great.
2-0, 3-1.
3-0. I mean, I'm basically robbed his
3-0.
score, haven't I? So it's...
And 1-1.
1-1.
1-1. Burnley 1-1.
Yeah, I'm sticking my neck out there. Why not?
No, listen, Burnley, they need to get a point. They need to start.
They do need to.
Why not start there?
The odds there are subject to change because we're recording slightly before Saturday. And good luck to us all and to you out there.
Yeah. You'll be keeping an eye on this one now, won't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But Vinny anyway, so I'll keep an eye on Burnley.
If you could offer up very quickly, first thought that comes to mind, a forfeit should Crouchy lose
loses
overall.
Oh, it's got to be something drastic.
Yeah. You really want to put me through it, don't you?
I'm sure
Paddy
Paddy Power will.
anyway. No one's
He is
gonna.
loved. Do you want it, if you want, give it some thought and then
Yeah,
you can just
I'll
sort
come
of
in, I'll tweet
it
in.
as
Yeah.
and when.
Let us know.
Yep.
Just
On
write it.
purpose this time.
Yep.